Friends, welcome to TestNG Framework Training Session 21. This is Haradhan once again as usual. Today in this session I will discuss how we can perform parallel test execution in Selenium Webdriver with the help of TestNG Framework. Thank you all for watching my videos. In case you are enjoying my videos and learning automation testing and Java, please like and share my videos. Do not forget to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you will get notification as and when I will upload any new videos. Please provide your valuable comment for any input or suggestion. Stay tuned for my next videos. What does it mean by parallel testing? Okay, so parallelism or multi-threading in software terms is defined as the ability of software or operating system or program to execute multiple parts or subcomponents of another program simultaneously. TestNG allow the test to perform in parallel or multi-threaded mode. This means that based on the test suite configuration, different threads are started simultaneously and test methods are executed in them. This gives a user lot of advantage over normal execution, mainly reduction in execution time and ability to verify a multi-threaded codes. Okay, so you already seen, right? Suppose in a particular class you are writing 10 different test cases, right? Suppose say at the rate test annotation is their test, right? So if you run from the class level or from TestNG XML level, so all the test cases will be run one by one, right? And in case it is failing, so it will stop there, but in case it is passed, so all the test cases will run by one. So it will take huge time, right, to complete the execution for 10 test cases. Suppose it's in the real time, say suppose 500 test cases is there, right, and 500 test cases you need to run in 3 different operating system or browser combination, right? So if you run in normal mode, so it means 500 will be run 3 times, that is 1500. So obviously it will take huge time to complete the execution. But if you distribute the 500 test case execution for 3 different operating system or browser combination, so it will be run in parallel. So obviously the time will be taken for only 500 test case execution. Okay. Suppose I am giving another simple example. Suppose 10 test case you need to run in 5 different combination. Okay, so 2 test case can run in I, 2 test case can run in Chrome, 2 test can run in Firefox, like that. Okay, so if you do not use the parallel testing, so obviously test case will be run one by one. Some will be run in the I, some will be run in the Chrome, some will be Firefox, like that. But if you distribute among 5 different stream, right, 5 threaded, so obviously each threaded will take 2 test case and it will be distributed among the multiple threaded, right? So that's why it will take only 10 divided by 2, that means 20% of the time if you use 5 different thread. So that's why we can minimize the execution time, and obviously we can use multi-threaded, right, in the same mode. Okay, so parallel test execution is vastly used by the QA industry for functional automation testing. This feature helps QA to configure their test to be executed easily in multiple browser or operating systems simultaneously. TestNG provides an auto-defined XML file where user can set the parallel attribute to the method level, test level, or the classes level. And by using the concept of multi-threading of Java, user can set the number of threads user want to create for parallel execution. Okay, this is a structure you need to use. Okay, suit, and here you need to provide the name, and here you need to parallel equal to methods, or you can give test or classes, and thread count, how many threaded you want to use it, so you need to give the thread count. Okay, that is the syntax you need to use in the XML file, right? Once you use it, so automatically it will run simultaneously. Okay, so it will pick up the test cases based on the thread. In case you are giving 4 test threads and you are having 4 test cases, so obviously all the test cases will run parallelly. Okay, and execution time will be really reduced, right? So it can be used in the method level, test level, class level, or instance level. Whenever you are using method levels, the parallel testing helps run methods with separate threads. For test level, help to run all methods belonging to the same tag in the same thread. Classes level helps to run all methods belonging to a class in a single thread. Instance level helps run all method in same instance in the same thread. Along with parallel attribute, the thread count attribute helps in defining the number of threads one or user wish to create while running the test in parallel. Okay, suppose you have, suppose say 10 number of test cases, right? And you are using only, suppose say 5 thread, right? So obviously first 5 thread will pick up the 5 test case, right? And in case as soon as one thread is completing the execution, so it will try to pick up the other test case, which is the remaining part. So that's why execution happens, right? So here I have given example. Suppose you, I mean, particular class has in four methods, right? Where thread count is 3. So during execution, 3 threads will start in parallel with the corresponding method, right? Okay, it will take randomly from the starting from the start to end, like that. As the first method execution is completed and the thread gets free, it will take up the next method in the queue. So that's why actually parallel test execution happen in Selenium Webdriver with the help of TestNG framework. Now I will show you how we can do the parallel testing. Okay, so I have created a TestNG class, TestNG parallel execution. So by default my method has been created. Okay, now suppose I want to run the test script in the Chrome driver. Okay, one test case I want to create in the Chrome driver. So I am first setting the properties for the Chrome driver. I am creating a driver instance from the WebDriver's interface, right? And I am maximizing the driver. Here I need to import the WebDriver's Chrome driver class from org.openqt.selenium, and I need to also import the WebDriver interface from org.openqt.selenium packages, right? Once it's successful, driver instance has been created, right? So right now with the driver instance, I can pass any URL driver.get. Suppose I want to pass the URL for Facebook, say. Okay, once the Facebook URL is opened, so here I already opened the Facebook page. Now after the Facebook page is open, I want to also enter value in the email and password field. So let's inspect the element. We need to press F12 button from the keyboard, and then we need to mouse over on the particular field, right? So here you can see name field, email field, name attribute is email. So I can identify the element, right? Driver dot find element, right? By dot name. What is the name? Name is email, right? After that I can send some keys, dot send keys. Suppose I want to pass test 1 2 3. Okay, similarly for the password field I want to enter some value. So password field properties is, you can see name as pass or id as pass. So I can use any of the attributes. So I will use the name. So it is pass. And also I want to enter some password. Suppose pass 1 2 3. Or here I can use name as username 1 2 3 and pass 1 2 3. Okay. Then I want to print something. Username and password enter. Facebook page. Okay, then I want to quit the browser. Driver dot quit. Okay, now here I can change the method name. Okay, so method name will be enter user and password. Okay, so that method name I am just changing it, right? So I will create another methods. Okay, suppose in that particular method I want to use Firefox driver, right? So here I will use the Firefox driver. So I am giving the instance name the driver 2. Okay, and I will change the method name. I want to pass the URL for Google, so I want to open it only Google. Okay, so that particular driver name I am giving as driver 2. So here some I want to open Google. So that is the method name I am creating, right? So here some error message is coming. We need to import Firefox driver class from the org.openq.selenium packages, right? So now I need to change the driver 2 because I created the object is in the driver 2. Okay. Now, if I want to run it from the class level, what will happen? Right? We have two test cases. Okay. So what will happen? If we run it, so one by one test case will be run, not the test case will be running in parallel. So if you run, first test case will be run based on the alphanumeric character, right? So E is coming first, so that test case will run, and O is coming last in the alphanumeric order. So next test case will run next. Okay, so let's run it and let's see what is happening. So it will first try to run the first test case and then it will try to run the second test case. So for the first test case I have given some output, so that will be printed, and for the second test case I did not provide any output, so it will just perform the steps but it will not print any output. So first test case is opening the Chrome browsers, it will maximizing the browser, it will passing the URL for Facebook, it is entering the ID and passwords and quitting the browser, and it will then again it will try to run for next test case. So it will open the Firefox browsers and it will pass the URL for Google and it will quit the browser. Okay, so both my test cases passed. So you can see two test cases coming here, right? Enter username, user and password, and open Google page. So these are the two methods I have written. And here to run is 2 and pass is no failure. Okay, and if you go here, you can see pass, enter user and password, open Google page, right? Two test cases passed, and for the past test cases output will be coming username and password entered in the Facebook page. So for the second test case I did not want to print anything, so that is the reason no output is coming, but both the test cases passed, right? But here if you want to open something, if you want to print something, so you can give it, right? Google page, okay, or Google page opened successfully. After that you can also print something, right? Title of the page, driver 2 dot get title, so it will print you. Okay, similar way if you want to print for the past test case, it will also print you. It will be driver, not driver 2, driver 1, so driver. Okay, now if you want to run both the test case in parallel, so that two test cases will run simultaneously, right? So from here if you run it, so it will run one by one, but two test cases run in the simultaneously is not possible. So for that, here I have written here, right? We need to use that particular TestNG XML files and we need to set that suit name. In the suit name we need to use suit name and parallel equal to methods if you want to run in method level, because here we have created two methods and thread counts, right? So obviously two test cases is there, so we can use two thread count. Okay, so here if you open the TestNG XML files available in the project, right? So here you need to use that particular syntax. Suit name you need to give it, test name I already given, suppose test engine parallel test, should name I am giving parallel testing, parallel equals to methods, and thread count you need to give is 2 because it is number of 2 test case. So 2 thread will find, because obviously 3 if you get 3 test case but if you do not have the adequate test case, so that thread will not be running, right? Okay, and you can need to give the class name. So class name is package 2 and the class name is I need to give that particular class name because it is available on the package 2, so that class name I need to enter here in the TestNG XML file. So now from the XML file level, I can run the test case so that it will be run in parallel, because that particular syntax I have added, right? Should name equal to something and parallel is equal to methods, right? Method level it will be run parallel. Thread count I have given 2. Now if you let's run it, run as TestNG suit. So both the test case will run simultaneously. Okay, it will not be dependent that one test case will run after that it will not start. It will not happen. Both the test case will run parallelly. You can see Chrome driver is opening and parallelly your Firefox driver is also opening. But maybe you will not able to see both the screen obviously, but you can see one driver already closed the operations and second also passed, right? So now you can see, so it happened parallel and both the test cases passed, right? Okay, so both the test cases passed. Okay, and you can see number of tests run too. So both the driver open parallelly, and you will give the output, right? So Google opens output and title is coming for the second test case is Google, and for the first test case that output is coming and the title of the page is coming as Facebook or login page, right? So that's why I can do the parallel testing. Okay, let's create another test. Okay, I'm creating another test here. So I want to open the the ready page, right? The third test case. And also I want to get the title of the ready page. So I will remove that three line. I want to get the title only. And obviously driver will be quitting. So here I need to change that particular method name. It will be open ready. Okay. And here I can give some driver 3 also for your reference. But driver will also work. It's not be a problem. Not only change it. It will also work. Because it is different, right? Different is okay. So same. You can give a driver to 3. So the third driver will be launched. Okay, now so here I have written 3 test case. Okay, and I want to run in parallelly, and the TestNG XML files I have given number of thread is 2. So what will happen? Only 2 thread will run parallelly. Okay, and once particular thread is completing the one particular test case, so then again that particular thread will pick up the third test case, because I have given number of thread as 2. Now let's run it and let's see what is happening. So only 2 test cases will run parallel, not the 3 test cases. Though I have created 3 test cases, but my thread count I have given as 2, right? So let's run it and let's see whether what is happening. So 2 test cases will run simultaneously. After that, one thread is completing the execution. So that will pick up the another test case which was in queue, right? So you can see first it is opening in the Chrome drivers. Okay. So once a particular test case is completing, after that it will open the Firefox driver. Okay, so one test case already completed, so immediately it will launch the Firefox driver. Okay, so that's why it works, right? So after completing the execution for the Firefox driver, it is opening the Chrome driver is opening the Firefox driver. That's why it is executing. Now you can see total 3 test cases executed, right? Successfully open ready page, enter. Okay, username password, open Google page. Okay, and number of test cases 3 run 3 and no failure. And if you go to the output, you can see first ready page is opened. Okay, and then Facebook page and then Google page, right? It's coming. Now if you change the thread count to 3, so what will happen? It will run in 3 different parallel modes. So each thread will pick up the one test case, right? And obviously no need to wait for the other thread, right? Because we are using 3 threads, so 3 test case, so one thread will pick up one test case. Now let's run it and let's see what is happening. So you can see 2 Chrome driver already initiated, and after that you will also open the Firefox driver. You can right, Firefox driver also opening, right? So 3 test case is running in parallel mode. Okay, it will first open the browsers. After that it will try to enter the URL, and also it will try to perform the operation. But you can only see one at the same time, right? So 2 test case already passed and third test case also passed. Okay, now if you go, you can see all the test cases are passed, right? So test suite name is coming parallel testing, because I have given the suite name is parallel testing. Test name is TestNG parallel test, and package name is package2 dot TestNG parallel execution, and these are the 3 different methods I want to run it, right? So everything is running, right? If we go to the summary, So you can see class count is 1 and thread count is 2 and total number of time it is showing. Okay, so that's why though it is showing total number of time is 98.8925, but obviously it is run less than time because 3 tests are running simultaneously. Okay, and here you can see total number of tests run is 3 and failure 0, and obviously its output is coming properly, right? So first one is running ready page, its title is printing, then second for Facebook page title is getting printing, and third is Google page title is getting printed, right? So that is the whatever output we have given, right? For the first test case, so that's printed and also the title is printed, right? And for the second, open Google page in the Firefox browsers, so it is on printed Google page open successfully and to the title, right? And for the first third one, it is also getting printed, right? The only title for the ready page. Okay, so that's why I can do the parallel test execution so that it will, right, reduce the overall execution time, and we can use the multi-thread at the same time. Okay, and the parallel can be possible at the method level, test level, class level, and instance level. Okay, I will create few more videos for parallel testing. Okay, so that's all for today's session. Thank you.